Hey guys, and welcome to my introduction to JavaScript. This tutorial is aimed at those of you who want to do my Space Invaders tutorials, but don't really have much background in JavaScript. So the first thing I'm going to mention, because I think it's really important, is mutability in JavaScript. So if I make a variable, and this is how you make a variable, and set it to, let's say, cow, and then I make another variable that points to the first one. This does not mean that the second one now just points to the same place in memory as the first one. What happens in JavaScript is they point to separate locations. So a new string is created pretty much. In a language like Python, they would both point to the same string, and then when you modify one of them, they are both modified. So to show that, I'm going to modify one of them, and I'm going to set it to modified, and then I'm going to print out my string 2 to check if that one was modified. And actually, while I'm at it, I'm just going to show you guys how to write a string out to the HTML page. So you do that with document.write, and I'm going to pass in my string 2. So what should happen is that this should print out cow and not modified. If these strings were mutable, they would have both changed with this assignment right here, and we would see modified print out. Okay, so let's open up Chrome and see what happened. Actually, there's a mistake right here. It should be my string 1. And there we have it. It printed out cow. So notice that that my string 2 did not change despite having modified my string 1, which it was assigned to at the beginning. This tells us that a new string was created with this execution, and my string was not simply pointed to this string. Okay, now let's jump into lists. So to create a list in JavaScript, you just do it like this. It's fairly easy. And to make a for loop to go through that list, you simply do this. So for this first thing right here is a counter. I'm going to say while that counter is less than list.length, we're going to increment the counter, and then we're going to access list C. So C is the index that we're accessing. Oh yeah, one thing to note is this C++ right here, it gets executed after the code inside has finished, because otherwise we would start at C equals 1 with this statement right here. Now I'm going to show you guys how to debug these numbers. So the way you do that in JavaScript is you say console.log, and I'll show you in just a second that how to see what we just printed out. So let's open this up in Chrome again. And now I'm going to show you the JavaScript debugging console. So in Chrome, you press Control-Shift-J, and that opens up a console. And you can see right here that each of the numbers in the list were printed out. Alright, now we'll go back to our file, and I'll show you a few other things. So in JavaScript, you can access the elements that you have in your HTML file. And the way you do that is say document.get element by ID. And there are a whole bunch of these. There's get element by class name and various other ones. But I'm not going to show you all of them. I'm just going to show you what are the different types of things you can do. So I'm going to get my div, which I've defined here above. And let's say I want to change what's inside of it. and I'm going to assign that to, okay, and then let's say I also want to change the background color. This actually isn't the most efficient way to do it. You should make a variable that that holds this, but I'll just show you that afterwards. And we'll set the background color to be blue. Now, really, if you want to do a lot of these, you should really just make a variable and assign it to what we have above. So that every time you want to modify that div, you can just call mydiv dot whatever you want to modify. Okay, so let's have a look at what that looks like. So we see that the content, we added some content to our div, and we changed the background color. Now I'm going to introduce you to objects in JavaScript. So the way you create an object is just like this. Alright, object, and objects consist of key value pairs. So maybe you want to have a height and map that to a number, 5.8, and then maybe we want a unit, and then maybe we want a name. Okay, and then if you want to access an object's values, you just say myObject dot height, for instance, and let's just set our divs inner HTML to the height, and let's load that in our browser. Oh, we've got an error. I'm going to open up the JavaScript debugger. Unexpected token, line 27. Unexpected token equals. Okay. So I put equals when it should have been a colon. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's open up the browser. And there we have it. Our height is there. Okay, so I think that's all I need to show you before we get into the actual game development. I hope you enjoy my game development tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.